Holy hitman, you mobster-munching maniacs, strap in for a disappearance dick tease gone wild. On July 31st, 1975, labor boss Jimmy Hoffa was reported missing, vanishing like a fart in a hurricane after a shady meetup. Blood, booze, and buried bodies collide. Stick around, you union-busting lunatics, or I'll bury your dreams in concrete. Let's dive into this unhinged vanishing vendetta. The Detroit suburbs simmered like a mobster's balls on July 31st, 1975, when Jimmy Hoffa, the firebrand Teamsters union leader, strutted into the Machus Red Fox restaurant in Bloomfield Township, Michigan. This 62-year-old powerhouse, fresh from prison for jury tampering and fraud, was itching to reclaim his throne from Frank Fitzsimmons. He was there to meet Anthony Tony Jack Giacalone, a Detroit mafia capo, and Anthony Tony Pro Provenzano, a New Jersey Teamsters boss with a grudge over a pension loan snub. Hoffa waited, chain-smoking, but the bastards never showed. His last call to his wife Josephine at 3:27 p.m. was casual, "I'm waiting for the guys," before he vanished into thin air, his green Pontiac left in the lot. Declared legally dead in 1982, his body never surfaced, spawning a black hole of speculation that sucked in the FBI for decades. Pure, unhinged mystery. But fuck the facts. The real meat is the conspiracy clusterfuck that exploded like a mob hit gone wrong. One theory has Hoffa getting whacked on Provenzano's orders, his body ground up in little pieces at a fat-rendering plant, shipped to Florida as fertilizer for orange groves. Imagine your morning OJ laced with union boss bits, you citrus-sucking savages. Provenzano, a convicted murderer with a hair-trigger temper, had threatened Hoffa, and their beef was legendary. Hoffa even told pals Tony Pro wanted him dead. The mob, fearing Hoffa's return would disrupt their Teamster pension looting, allegedly lured him to the restaurant for a peace meeting that ended in a meat grinder, unhinged disposal at its grimiest. Then there's the stadium burial bullshit, where Hoffa's corpse was supposedly concreted under Giant Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey during construction. Mob hitman Donald Tony the Greek Frankos claimed in 1989 that Hoffa was killed, dismembered, and dumped in the foundation of Section 107, perfect for football fans to stomp on his grave during Giants games. The FBI dismissed this one after a 2010 ground-penetrating radar scan found nada, but imagine tailgaters unknowingly pissing on Hoffa's bones, a eternal mobster middle finger, wild, unhinged, urban legend. Dive deeper into the Iceman insanity. Richard Kuklinski, the serial killer who claimed over 100 hits, bragged in interviews that he offed Hoffa in Michigan, drove the body to a New Jersey junkyard, sealed it in a 55-gallon drum, crushed it in a car compactor, and shipped it to Japan as scrap metal. Kuklinski's tale included shooting Hoffa in the head with a silenced .22, then watching the body get squished like a soda can. Talk about unhinged recycling. Though Kuklinski was a proven liar, his confession added a metallic twist to the mystery, making Hoffa part of your Toyota's bumper. Freaky automotive afterlife. The Irishman theory amps the unhinged mob drama. Frank the Irishman Sheeran, a Teamsters hitman, confessed in his 2004 book and Scorsese's 2019 film that he lured Hoffa to a Detroit house, shot him twice in the head on Provenzano's orders, and cremated the body in a mob-controlled funeral home. Sheeran claimed it was a house cleaning to stop Hoffa from reclaiming the union and exposing mob loans. Picture the betrayal. Hoffa walking in trusting, only to get popped like a cherry. The FBI dug up the house in 2004, finding blood but no DNA match, leaving this confession a tantalizing, unhinged whodunit. Michigan farm burials get even weirder. Former mobster Tony Zerilli claimed in 2013 that Hoffa was buried under a barn in Oakland Township, 20 miles from the restaurant, by East Coast mobsters. The FBI excavated with backhoes, finding zilch but horseshit. But imagine Hoffa rotting under hay bales, his union empire reduced to fertilizer, unhinged rural revenge. Another variant has him dissolved in acid at a mob-owned fat-rendering plant. His remains flushed into the sewer like mobster piss, disposal so clean it's criminally clever. Government conspiracies crank the paranoia to 11. Some nutjobs claim the feds offed Hoffa to silence his Kennedy assassination knowledge or Teamster ties to Nixon. Hoffa, jailed in 1967 for corruption, got a Nixon pardon in 1971 with a no-union clause he ignored. Did the CIA or FBI vanish him to protect secrets? Picture shadowy agents dragging him into a black van, his screams muffled by bureaucratic tape, unhinged deep state delusion. Wilder theories veer into scurrilous sci-fi. Hoffa abducted by aliens for labor experiments, or faking his death to live as a Mexican kingpin, tequila in hand. The search dragged on, with FBI digs in horse farms, stadiums, and junkyards yielding jack shit. Hoffa's son, James P. Hoffa, became Teamsters president in 1999, keeping the flame burning. The case, open for 50 years, inspired books, films like The Irishman, and endless speculation. Hoffa, a ghost, haunting America's underbelly. This disappearance, a mobster middle finger to justice, remains unhinged Americana. Holy shit, you glorious mob mysteries. We've ripped through July 31st, 1975 like a mob hit on a snitch. Hoffa's vanishing was a conspiracy-crazed, body-burying masterpiece. Mafia madness crowned with mystery. This tale buzzed with unhinged glory. Subscribe, you twisted truth seekers, or I'll disappear your dreams. Tomorrow, more madness awaits. Dive in. And now for a preview for August 1st, 1936. Sieg Heil, you swastika-stroking maniacs. Brace for some fascist fuckery with a golden twist. It's a chaotic history roar, howling with madness, ready to plunge you into beer, bigotry, and Olympic bedlam. On August 1st, 1936, Hitler kicks off the Berlin Olympics with a Nazi propaganda piss-up, but USA's Jesse Owens steals the show, snatching gold medals and spanking Aryan asses into oblivion. Swastikas clash, track records shatter, and the Führer's face turns red. Pure anarchy. Join me, you track-terrorizing lunatics, for this Olympic outrage.